Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Live Highlight in the Magic City on the Highlight Channel. I'm Stu Nyman. As always, I am joined by Andrew Bleckman, and together we will both cover every pelota played, every pelota point played today. I try to get those three P's together. All Mutuals wagering is now open on this special Rosh Hashanah performance of Live Highlight in the Magic City. Congratulations and a Happy New Year to those of you who celebrate. All Mutuals wagering is now open on today's 8-game performance. Each of today's 8 games offer win, place, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. We have a daily double that begins in game 1. To play the daily double, correctly pick the winners of games 1 and 2. We have 2 pick 3s, an early pick 3 and a late pick 3. Early pick 3, games 2, 3, and 4. Late pick 3, games 6, 7, and 8. Also have the high-paying high 5 jackpot. Most popular wager here at Magic City. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you do so correctly. Have the only ticket that does so. You'll cash in on the high 5 for today. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you're in the state of Connecticut, mywinners.com. However, placing a bet not necessary in order for you to enjoy today's highlight action. We have no scratches in today's performance. Today's performance is scratch-free. With all that in mind, we ask you to make your wagers as early as possible within scheduled post times. Then sit back and relax. Post time for game number 1 is now just about 7 minutes away. Andrew, how are you?
Hello, Stu. I'm doing pretty well today. How was your weekend?
My weekend was excellent. It was
That's
a
good.
very quiet weekend. I did nothing.
Well, that's, you know what? That is good.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Yep.
Back here for some highlight today.
Exactly.
All ready to go. Well, we got a couple minutes here. We'll let some people get in the chat. Say hello to William, Steve, Mo.
Steve, do have an answer for that. We
Yes.
are not playing on that one day. October 2nd is not a mistake. We're not playing on October 2nd.
So we're not playing October
We're not
2nd.
playing on October 2nd. I clarified that with Mr. Savin. I said, is this a mistake? And was told very promptly, we don't make mistakes. At least, and then I heard him mumble under his breath, at least since we hired you. So,
Yeah, that's Yom Kippur, isn't it? All day. It's not just for a few hours,
Look,
right? I actually just pulled up the calendar. I know we're not playing Battle Court that day. So I'm guessing that okay, that makes sense. I just pulled up the calendar, Stu. What do you want me to do? Toss it to me.
and no wonder Scott looked at me funny when he asked, because obviously I was raised in the faith, and I had no idea. I said, hey, you're not playing on the 2nd. He says, well. He literally went, well,
And I was like, oh.
we may want to observe a holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that is not an oversight. We will not be playing that day. We will be in Shul, repenting for our sins, asking that we will be sealed in the book, not just written in, but sealed in the book of life. Andrew will
That
be.
makes, you know what?
on
That
the
makes sense. I was walking by. There's a Chabad in Brickell, and there was some activity this morning, and I was like, why is there activity? And it's,
All I heard was there was shish kebab in Brickell, and I don't understand what
what?
a shish kebab stand, like a kebab.
Oh yeah, there was one in Brickell. Where?
Is there? Is that? I
No.
thought. What was there in Brickell?
Is this a joke?
I don't know what you said. You said
Chabad.
that, oh,
Chabad.
Chabad.
Yeah,
Sorry, I wasn't looking at
sorry,
you.
I thought-
I heard kebab.
No,
I heard kebab. My bad.
All right. Well, we'll get to video here. Get us back on track. 6 minutes to go till game 1. This video we play before the first game of all performances. We'll explain the scoring format, which is the same as every day. That is Spectacular 7 scoring.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And that was a nifty little video explaining, what is it? That's Spectacular 7 scoring, right?
Yes, scoring.
Which is different, of course, than Battle Court scoring. So I'm going to send a text, and Andrew is going to entertain you with.
Yes.
Well, Andrew's actually doing something.
Taking it.
Why are you taking a picture of that?
Yeah, I don't know. Back of an ID. Well, it's asking a good question, though. So, a few people asking about the odds, so we will get some confirmation on that. I know, Steve, you mentioned last week that they were up and then they got taken down temporarily and then kind of back and forth. So we will try to provide some clarity there when we can. Lots of early doubles games starting up here with game number 1. last week, 4 different winners in our opening week of doubles. Arta and Gallo, Benetrix and Flores, CRB and Ben, and Ikeda and Tennessee. You'll see all 4 of those teams competing in this first game. No rotation here in the early doubles games. So all 8 teams play each game 1 and 3.
Three minutes to go before we begin our first game of the day. We have 8 pari-mutuel games, no scratches. 5 p.m. this afternoon, the Devils will take on the Cyclones. So we'll play Pelota Quinella action through about 4. Sometimes we finish before 4, sometimes we finish after 4. And at 5 o'clock, Battle Court begins.
Let's say Cyclones again. I feel like we've seen them a lot so far.
A lot of Cyclones.
Yeah.
Absolutely, a lot of Cyclones.
It'll all be even at the end of the year. But Division 1 doubles and singles, Division 3 doubles and singles, and Division 5 and 6 doubles. That's the schedule. But we got a ways to go till we get there. And a quick question, someone asked about how to bet this. You cannot bet this form of highlight on Hard Rock, but Battle Court beginning at 5 p.m.
This
should
is
be able to bet those.
old school pari-mutuel highlights. So you have to either bet on a track here in Florida, Simulcast Network. That would be another track, Fronton, or online at Watch and Wager, just like it sounds, .com, or if you're in Connecticut, mywinners.com. Watch and Wager is available in a number of states, but not all states. That's for this format of highlight, which offers win, place, and show, Quinella, trifecta, exactas. 1 minute to go before we begin game 1. Time. Let's begin. But Andrew, that's just to pass on to someone else because employees of the World Highlight League are strictly prohibited, right? No, I'm looking at Andrew while he's taking a selfie. It's really nauseating. We are ready to begin game number 1. It is a spectacular 7 singles match, a doubles match, played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Up first and serving in the red shirts of post 1. Cool Fitness and Manny receiving in the blue of post 2. Benetrix and Flores. Anthony said, thank you very much. Oh, that's Anthony. That's Anthony.
Did he just get you? Anthony said, no.
Hey, man.
We know what Anthony said.
We miss you. But Brian did figure something out. We'll talk later. There's the serve. We begin. Manny on the catch. Here's the backhand from the 13. Benetrix, backhand. Powerfully thrown, wall to wall. Benetrix takes us on the bounce at the 9. Hard throw. Three-wall play. Landing in and scoring. Well thrown by Benetrix, point 2. 2 first up on the board here in our first game. That'll bring to the court the white shirts of post 3. We have Arta in the front court with Gallo on the back. Yes, Anthony, you're missed. Brian's a great addition, and you are missed. Gallo on the forehand, right side, straight back. Flores is there. Costado 2-all from Arta scores. Green shirts at post 4 will now receive. Ikeda in Tennessee. Point 4. Black shirts at post 5, receiving in the front court is Jedden. Unda receives in the back court. Unda, powerful backhand to the inside. Jedden with a drop ball at the 5 line. Point 4. Yellow shirts, a post 6. We have CRB in the front court with Ben in the back. He'll be here this afternoon. Yeah, take his wife for a procedure. Ben on the backhand. Tennessee's there. Difficult catch by Tennessee in the corner. Backhand. Carries out to the Rebote. CRB to the inside. Big backhand by Tennessee. Rebote for CRB. Tennessee again. Backhand to Ben. Catch by Ben. Here's the backhand from the 11 line. Wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand. Tennessee catches the ball behind him. Point 4. 3 points for the 4 team. Yellow shirts post 6 are receiving. Juice and Cabrera. Post 7, rather. Ikeda, backhand from the 8. Juice on the Rebote. Ikeda moves up, takes it in the air. Karam lands in and scores. Point 4. 4 with 4 points. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Purple shirts, post 8, Julian and El Barba. Here's a backhand by El Barba, powerfully thrown. Ikeda, backhand from the 8. Rebote forehand by Julian. Julian on the Rebote to the inside. Ikeda's calling for it, makes the save. Difficult catch on the bounce by Julian. Forehand by Tennessee. Ball tipped down low, point 8. 8 team gets the last point in the first round. Matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the red of post 1. Cool Fitness and Manny. El Barba from the backcourt. In and out of the forehand. Ball goes, point one. One with 2 points. Here's post two. Benetrix and Flores. Over serve, point two. 2 with 3 points. Here's post three. The white shirts receive. We have Arta and Gallo. Benetrix for the rebote to the inside. Caught in the air by Arta. Benetrix at the side wall. Backhand. Scoop by Gallo. Flores from the 11 line. Rebote forehand, straight back. Caught by Arta. Dropping, saved by Benetrix. He moves to the outside. To the inside it goes. What a scoop by Flores. Inside it stays. Big bounce. Caught by Gallo at the 13. In and out of the cesta goes, point two. Well played by both teams. Possible game point for the blue of post two. Benetrix and Flores trying to stop them. Jedden and Unda. An ace will score. Point. And game to the blue of post two. Benetrix and Flores. 4 places, 1 shows. Unofficial order finished, 2-4-1. Your price will be up in a moment. Results from our first game are official. Coming in first, post 2. Benetrix and Flores. Taking second, post 4. Ikeda and Tennessee coming in third, post 1. Cool Fitness and Manny, 2-4-1. The official order finish 4. Game number 1. $2 Quinola 2-4, $16.60. Trifecta 2-4-1. 108.60. $2 wager on 2 to win, $7.80. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 2, a spectacular 7th singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 2. There are no scratches anywhere in today's performance. Post time for Game 2. And that would appear to be the wrong Game 2 up there. So don't look at those entries. Game 2 entries are as follows. Juicin post 1, Cool Fitness post 2, El Barba post 3, Jedden post 4, CRB post 5, Tennessee post 6, Ben post 7, Ikeda post 8. Post time now 4 minutes away. So, Chris Fiegler, you don't mean to sound like an a-hole. You don't. Holding has evolved over the years in Highlight. These are our early games, so some of the players hold longer than others. Some get rid of it more quickly. It tends to get a little cleaner, as they say in Highlight, meaning they get rid of the ball quicker as we go. But holding very much in the eyes of the beholder. If you, it's a conversation we've had frequently in the chat. If you speak to anyone who watched Highlight in the 1950s or 60s, they looked at the players in the 70s and went, man, these guys hold. And then when Joey started throwing the costado, It's like, wow, look, he's holding that forever. And then, of course, Billy took it another extent. So, and then when you move into the more recent era, the catches that are made on the right side and pulled across the body, does that not constitute holding or illegal change of motion? So holding is one of those things that's evolved.
And with just a few minutes till we begin game number 2, for any new Highlight fans joining us for the first time, take a look at this video that explains how Highlight is played.
Here we see the practice going on in between. See the odds, and there are the entries. Ah, correct entries.
Boom.
My fault every now and then. Got less than 2 minutes to go before we begin game 2 and the early pick 3. Chris, no, not your perception. Some players do hold the ball longer than others. It's as long as the basket stays in constant motion. One thing you won't see is like a complete stop and step. Catch the ball, stop the motion, and step. But some do hold on to it longer. And that has to do quite a bit with how many of our original 2018 players were trained. Had 6 months and then, boom, July 1st, 2018. You now play professional highlight. Haven't commented in the Facebook chat in a while. I don't comment regularly on Facebook. Usually I only comment when I see something that is derogatory or very positive. Or sometimes when Jesus Oliveira posts one of those awesome... I was very tempted to post something about... Jesus Oliveira posted outside placements.
Yeah.
And he had Assis, he had Benny, he had a number of players going all the way back, and they were just like, one was more beautiful than the other, just absolutely magnificent. I may have commented on that. I know Benny did. Jesse, there is definitely a difference between courts. We're a 36-meter court, so 120 feet wall to wall, whereas our friends up to the north are 178 feet.
With that, we are ready to begin game number 2.
Time to begin our second game. It is a spectacular 7 singles match, played to 7 points, with points doubling after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, Juice. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Cool Fitness. Juice serves, we begin. Good catch by Cool Fitness. Powerful backhand. That is dropped. Point 2. White shirt to post 3. Number 77, El Barba receives. Backhand 2-all to the outside. Good read by Cool Fitness. We'll need Kyle later on, Cool. We need him for Battle Court. Good effort by Cool Fitness. He was on that rebote, just landed wide, point 3. Green shirt at post 4, Jedden. Ball tipped off the serve, point 3. 3 with 2 points. Here's black shirt at post 5, CRB. Ball tipped, point 3. 3 on the board with 3 points. Here's post 6. Tennessee receives. Tennessee moves up to make the catch. There's the backhand. Now Barber takes off. Eyes on the rebote. He makes the save. Well done. Tennessee makes the catch. Placement to the outside will score. Point 6. Pink shirt at post 7. Ben receives. Here's the backhand by Ben. Tennessee to the inside. Rebote, forehand, just off the tip of Ben Sesta, point 6. Purple shirts post 8. Purple shirt of post 8, rather, receiving. Number 23, Ikeda. Underserved, point 8. We have completed the first round of play, all matchups, so we're 2 points now through the end of the game. First return, red and post 1. Juice. Juice powerfully from the forehand. Ikeda makes the catch. Scoop by Juice. 2-all. Saved by Ikeda. Ikeda hard to the inside. Juice on the run. Will not get there. Point 8. Ikeda has 3 points. He is serving to the blue of post 2. Cool Fitness. Backhand by Cool Fitness. Rebote forehand to the inside. Ball tipped, point 8. Straight points to a possible game point for the purple shirt at post 8. Ikeda trying to stop him. Jed. Backhand by Jedden. Rotate forehand. That clears the overhead screen. Jedden from the 7 line. Dos Paredes, the 2-all scores. Point 4. Play continues. Jedden is serving to CRB in the black of post 5. In and out of the cesta the ball goes. Point 4. 4 on the board with 4 points. Here's post 3, El Barba. Rebote forehand is up and out. Point 3. Possible game point for El Barba in the white shirt of post 3. Trying to stop him is Ben. Swing and a miss, midcourt, point 7. Play continues. Tennessee receives, yellow post 6. Nate Lee, are you stuttering or? We saw what you said the first time. Yeah, he's had a difficult time making some catches. He's off today. Maybe we'll get better the next game. We'll see. There's a backhand by Tennessee. Scoop high on the left side of Tennessee. That backhand, though, gets away from him, hits the overhead screen, 0.7. 7 with 4 points. Here's post 1. Juice. Backhand by Juice. Scoop attempt is missed, 0.1. 1 on the board with 2 points. Here's post 2. Cool Fitness. Two all does not open. It is stopped on the forehand of Cool Fitness. Cortada by Cool Fitness will score 0.2. Cool Fitness has 3 points, but returning to the court with possible game point, 5 points, Ikeda. Beautiful catch by Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness at the 11 line. Right side, right up the middle. Ikeda takes it on the bounce. Pika to the inside. In and out of the cess of the ball goes. Point in game, post 8, Ikeda. Ikeda wins it 3 places, 4 serves to 7. This is a playoff for 3rd place. Backhand by Ben. It passes. Robote for Jedney makes the save. Ben sets midcourt. Hard to the inside. Jedden's there. Cannot hold on. 0.7. 7 shows. Unofficial order finish 8-3-7. Results from Game 2 are official. Coming in first, post 8. Ikeda taking second, post 3. El Barba coming in third, post 7. Ben, 8-3-7. Official order finish for Game 2. There are your prices. Early daily double. Only daily double. 2-8, $17.20. $2 wagered on 8 to win $6. $2 Quinella 3, 8, 1920. Trifecta 837, $184. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 3. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match played to 7 points, with points doubling after the first round of play. Game 3 also begins the high 5 for today. High 5 is a pick 5 wager. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you do so correctly and have the only ticket that does so, you'll cash in on the high 5. Has a $2,000 guarantee. There are no scratches. In Game 3, there are no scratches affecting Game 5 or today's performance and post time. Now just 7 minutes away. Good luck. So, Andrew, how was your weekend?
How was my weekend? I had a good weekend, Stu. Bears finally won a football game, so I'm in a better mood than usual coming in, so can't complain all too much.
Who is Nate? Who is Nate talking about now? Nate Lee, number 2. Post to Cool Fitness.
Oh, you went.
Is this
in
the first?
chat? What did he say?
Yeah, is this the first time he's tuned in, or is he? Do we know him as being?
Boy, I don't know. I feel like it's a name that we've seen, but.
Nate, if you've been around, you know how most of our players play. If you haven't been around, this is how our players play. And once again, things get a little bit better as the games go on, especially as we get into games 5, 6, 7, and 8. As has been the case pretty much for every Fronton, always. You had your early games and your late games. This is a nice little mix. So, pointing out the players who just suck or happen to suck today because CRB may have had an off game. That comes back to bite people in the ass sometimes. It is true that people do, that players do have like a bad day, or they can even have a bad month. I mean, it's possible. Right, yeah. Then sometimes they change it game to game. We really try to encourage players to clear their heads in between points if they can, but games when they can't. And Steve M., you know that there's not always going to be a nice choice of verbiage. We just know that's going to be the case. So you had a good weekend because a football team won.
Correct.
And
Yes.
if they did not win, you would not have had a good weekend.
No, it's just better than normal. All
right.
With this age,
Okay.
I don't let the result
Andrew,
totally
what is
dictate.
Watching Andrew.
Well, I say it sounds good coming out of my mouth, but you don't live with me, so you don't see. But
Do you still yell?
This is what I preach.
Do you still yell at the TV sets?
It depends. I'll tell you what. Basketball, and you were there that day. Basketball involves a lot more yelling at the television because it's a quicker pace. Football, there's a lot of downtime. There's a lot of discussion time. Basketball, I'm a maniac. I'll be the first one to admit it.
I just never felt that passionately about. I mean, occasionally a good. So first of all, never having placed a bet on highlight, and also not having a favorite. Our I almost called him benefactor, which is actually the case, but our CEO, used to like to come up beforehand and get our idea at the beginning of a season of Pelota or Battle Court, who we thought, was going to win or do well. And I was like, I don't even like to do that. It's not even a place to bet on it. I just want to be able to sit back and enjoy every point. And it's been like that since I first started watching highlight in my teens. I've always just enjoyed catch by catch, throw by throw. I don't want to, poo-poo a bad throw because it somehow affects me, financially or in some type of prediction that I may have made. Richard Poplis, yes, only 2 days. That is Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's only Pelota, though. Battle Court, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights.
At 5 p.m. And Schmel, what's cooking? I did see that you were in Europe. In Spain, no doubt. I think he sent me a message asking where the Fronton in Madrid was. Madrid, of course, is out of highlight country. But there is Fronton Betty, which is a very old Fronton that was redone within the last five years or so. Mo Crank's asking about the Colts. Do you have a horse? Yes, the Baltimore Colts.
Yeah. See, you sell yourself short, see. That's pretty funny, yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Back-to-back Joe.
They're from Baltimore, right?
Because he knows.
They're not in Baltimore
you
anymore?
You gotta be there, no? Is it 78 or something? What year is it? Yeah.
They
I don't know when they moved. Yeah, I don't know. See, Stu says he doesn't know anything, and he's giving you the history of the Indianapolis Colts, So come on. There's got to be something in between.
I did follow football when I was younger, but that was in the 70s. My friends did. We had season tickets to the Dolphins, so you kind of have to. I did go to 2 Super Bowls here in Miami, and both times it was the same team, the Steelers and the...
oh, that's kind of lame.
The Steelers and the Cowboys.
Like, great, I'm going to another Super Bowl. Who's playing this year? It's the Steelers and the Cowboys.
Roger Staubach quarterbacking the Dallas Cowboys, and Terry Bradshaw quarterbacking the Pittsburgh Steelers. both times I went.
It's a pretty good matchup. And oddly enough, the only Super Bowl that I've attended, no, that's not true. The one Super Bowl that I actually was present and awake for, it was Peyton Manning and Rex Grossman. That was the one the Bears played the Colts, oddly enough. And that was in Miami.
Is that the one that Jedden?
That was the one that Jedden played in on the Colts.
Our Jedden, our very own Jedden here, used to be on the Colts. He has a Super Bowl ring.
I guess the other matchup was a good one. That was Kurt Warner against Tom Brady. That was in 2002, 3, somewhere. I don't know.
I don't think I was paying attention. I don't think I was paying attention then. I stopped paying attention at some point. I forgot when. College,
on
probably.
behalf of all Dolphins fans now, I think that was a good choice. I think you left at the right time. How much has happened in the last 30 years or 20 years?
Time to begin game number 3. It is a spectacular 7. Doubles match. It's played to 7 points, and points will double after the first round of play. Up first and serving in the red shirts of Post 1, we have Julian and El Barba. Receiving in the blue of Post 2, Ikeda and Tennessee. There's the serve by Julian. We begin. Ikeda picks the serve. Big backhand by El Barba. Tennessee's there. Backhand by Tennessee. Rebote forehand by Julian. Tennessee keeps on the left side. Catch on the forehand of Ikeda. Rebote forehand saved by Julian. Excellent catch by El Barba deep in the backcourt. El Barba again, fine catch on the left side, backhand to the inside. Ikeda's there. El Barba from the 12 line. Ikeda on the forehand from the 8. Straight back. Tennessee down low, fine catch on the left side. Big backhand follows. Good catch by Julian at the 9 line. Big backhand. Taken on the forehand of Tennessee. Forehand took off, hit the overhead screen, point 1. One Post gets the first point of game 3. Receiving the white shirts of Post 3. Juice in the front court with Cabrera in the back. Backhand by Cabrera. Backhand 2-all. Caught by Julian before the second bounce. He crosses. Pick up by Cabrera. Ball tipped. Point 3. Green shirts of Post 4 receive. We have Jedden and Unda. Big right side by Unda. Karam by Unda. Stop by Juice. Oh, what a catch by Unda. Jedden's there. Hard throw. Catch by Cabrera. Backhand 2-all. Jedden's there. Takes it in the air. Cabrera to the inside. Unda scoops it. Costado 2-all. Opens and scores. Aggressive play from the backcourt of Post 4. And the front court didn't do too bad either. Black shirts at post 5 receive. Here's Arta and Gallo. Point 4. Yellow shirts of post 6, Benetrix and Flores receive. Ball tip, point 4. Four on the board with 3 points. Here's post 7. Pink shirts receive. That's CRB and Ben. Ben makes the catch. Here's the backhand from the 8 line. Ball tipped behind him. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8. Cool Fitness and Manning. Backhand by Manny. Long carom is in. Point 7. Blue post 2 receive as we've completed the first round of play. Matchups are double. Cated Tennessee receive. Over serve. Point 2. El Barba on the backhand to the inside. Ikeda, perfect positioning to make the rebote. Julian low and hard. Rebote saved by Tennessee. That's well done. What a scoop by Tennessee. There's the backhand. Caught on the forehand of Julian. Powerfully thrown by Julian. Another great scoop by Tennessee. El Barba's there. Backhand. Little clip on the forehand of Ikeda. El Barba again. Backhand from the 11. Tennessee to the inside. Julian with a hop on the forehand. Outside placement. Lands in and scores. Point 1. One with 3 points. Here's post 3. The white shirts, Juice and Cabrera. El Barba on the catch. Backhand from the 11 line. Rebote forehand. Saved by Julian. At the side wall, it scores. Point 1. Possible game point for the red shirts at post 1. Julian and El Barba trying to stop them. Arta and Gallo. Backhand by El Barba. Rebote. Point of game, post 1. Julian and El Barba. 1 wins it 4 places, 7 serves to 2. This is a playoff for 3rd place. Here's a backhand by Tennessee, thrown powerfully. What a catch by Ben. Ikeda in the front court. Ikeda has it on the backhand to the inside. Ben from the 11 line. CRB, powerful backhand. Rebote save by Tennessee. Ben comes in, makes a big reach. Good catch. The carom, though, hit the pad. 2 shows. Unofficial order finish. 1-4-2. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 3 are official. Coming in first, post 1. Julian and El Barba taking second, post 4. Jedin and Unda coming in third, post 2. Ikeda and Tennessee, 1-4-2, the official order finish for Game 3. First number in today's High Five, the number 1. $2 Quinello, 1-4, $30. Trifecta, 1-4-2, $180.60. $2 wager on 1 to win, $11.40. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 4th game, a singles game. Played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 4. Game 4 will close the early pick 3. Post time for Game 4. Now, just less than 6 minutes away. Good luck. Here you see the practice. 6 minutes post time between games that are singles. Sorry, that's an awkward way of saying it because I was going to name the individual games and I forgot which ones they were. 8-minute post times before doubles games, 6-minute post times before singles games. Trying to move things along. New group of players coming out. Forget who the guy who made the derogatory comment before about whatever, but he should be happy. Who was it? Chris? Ah, yes. So now we have Lalu, Goanaga, Hyro, Manny.
That's some good talent in this 4th game. And someone bringing the bagpipes?
It's not a bagpipe. That's a flute. I understand it's traditional, but it still falls under our no music category. It's not bad. We're just not supposed to have any music during the games.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we don't know who the...
Focus again.
Well, the funny thing is that there was a player in Fort Pierce back in '97 who played professionally. I believe he played in some type of orchestra or symphony. And just one day I walked in the locker room and I heard this phenomenal. It was like a recorder, I want to say. It was a recorder.
Okay.
It was a traditional European instrument, and he sounded great. And he was in the locker room. You couldn't hear it in the announcer's booth, so it was fine. And usually you walk in, and most locker rooms are heavy metal or some type of rock, of the era.
Right.
Andrew, do you have a favorite type of music? I don't know that I've ever asked you that question.
I have a pretty balanced music taste.
Do you?
As bad as it's going to sound,
Yeah.
like honestly, I like pop music, like top 40, like the hit station. That's what I always listen to. Like with my mom in the car, like I'd always
What's
listen
wrong with
to
that?
it. I don't know, my friends always used to give me a little schnit, every now and again. But I'm not like, I love country, I love rap, I love EDM, I love I like all music.
What kind of friends are they if they give you schnit about your
Yeah,
music?
because,
it's like,
just-
how close are they? Here we get back to that best friend question that you asked me the other day. It's like, so you have multiple best friends, none of whom like your music. That's what I've learned about you in fall
they're tough
2025.
they're tough on me, They want the best for me. So they, they'll tell me how they feel, which I respect. I'll tell them how I feel too.
I have seen you do that. I have
know,
seen you do that. I have seen you do that.
It's playful, but I don't think, some friends wouldn't be able to have the, say the things that I say to my friends and back and forth.
That's a good point.
But we joke. It's all fun,
That's a
it's
good
never
point.
too serious.
That's a good point. No, you like what you like. I mean, that's basically what I say is that I don't have like any favorite. I have a favorite classical piece,
Yeah.
or a couple pieces of
Right.
classical music. Herb Alpert's like a favorite that's in there.
Sure.
But a lot of 70s rock. Chicago, I obviously am a big fan of. I don't think that there's been any rap. Gangster's Paradise, if that qualifies. I did like that.
That would be a song. Yeah, that would be.
Hey Ya, which is more towards the recent side, albeit 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's like a poppy rap. If
Yeah.
that's rap, that's pop rap.
So
Yeah,
some more,
yeah,
so not really.
yeah.
It definitely not bass. I have bass.
No.
I have. I can't name
Bum,
one.
bum,
Yeah.
like
That's
the
no.
EDM,
Bass is something
like
played.
dance.
Bass is someone played by someone dropping off a date at the bottom of my townhouse. That's what bass is. That's what bass is. It's. Yeah, so
Not music.
just for me personally, I'm just. But nothing particularly weird. Nothing like Hungarian throat singing or stuff like that. I don't do any of that. Gregorian chants. The psychiatrist turned me on to Gregorian chants at one point. That was interesting. Sea
I was
shanties?
going to say, what is that? Yeah, what would
A Gregorian chant? In between Battle Court and...
Please, I would love to.
Yeah.
I want to hear one.
yeah, it's basically music you would hear in a monastery, like in the 13th century.
Yeah, okay. I think I might kind of, I know what you're talking about. All right, let's play Highlight. Game 4.
Now that we've covered our musical delights, let's begin Game 4. Time to begin our fourth game, our middle singles match. Played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Up first and serving in the red shirt at post 1 is Goen Naga. Receiving in the blue at post 2, Lalu. Goen Naga serves. We begin. Powerful backhand by Lalu. Lalu, left side. Here's Goen Naga from the 11 line. Rebote forehand, straight back. Goen Naga's there. Lalu, 2-all Rebote. Goen Naga reads it, stops it from the forehand to the inside. It scores. Point 1. 1 first up on the board here in our fourth game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt at post 3, Manny. Chris, seconding Herb Alpert compensates for any negative comments you may have made earlier about the players. Actually saw him in Kansas City back in August. Here's the catch by Manny. Backhand, straight to the inside. Rebote missed, point 3. Green shirt at post 4, Hyro receives. Rebote forehand by Manny, lower and harder. Jairo picks it up on the left side. Backhand from the 9 line. Scoop attempt, clean miss, one-handed rebote save by Manny. Stays inside. Here's the backhand by Jairo. There's a backhand by Jairo. Rebote forehand by Manny for the big bounce. Jairo steps back to take it to the 10 line. Powerful forehand, 2 pass. Rebote with a light touch. That scores, point 4. Black shirt, post 5, Julian receives. Sorry, Chris, that was Nate. My bad. I insinuated that Chris was the bad mouther. But it was Nate. There's a backhand by Julian. Jairo forehand rebote to the inside. Here's Julian winding up. 2-all. It's out. Point 4. Yellow shirt at post 6. Benny receives. Backhand by Benny to the inside, wall to wall. Scoop. Point 4. 4 with 3 points. Here's post 7. Etcheberry. The hard serve scores from the forehand of Jairo. Point 4. 4 with 4 points. Here's post 8. Arta. Point 4. Jairo has gone straight points to a possible game point on the court. Trying to stop him in the blue. Post 2 is Lalu. Under serve. Point 2. 2 on the board, 2 points. Here's post 1 as play continues. Goenaga receives. There's a backhand by Lalu. Catch by Goenaga. Goenaga to the inside. Scoop by Lalu. Rebote forehand saved by Goenaga. Costado 2-all beautifully executed by Lalu to score, point 2. 2 with 4 points. Receiving in the white shirt at post 3, Manny. Rebote forehand to the inside. Manny. Big right side by Lalu. Overthrown. Manny gets out there. Rebote up the middle. Caught by Lalu. 2-all by Lalu. Hit the pad. Point 3. Receiving. Post 5, Julin. Big backhand by Julin. Rebote coming out. Costado inside will score for Manny, point 3. Possible game point for the white shirt at post 3. Manny trying to stop him, number 55, Benny. Backhand by Benny to the inside. Manny's there. Two all. Stop by Benny. And scoring. Oh, man. Wow. No new cesta for you, kid. Point 6. Pink shirt at post 7, Echeverry receives. Here's a backhand by Echeverry. Caught by Benny. Two by Benny. Lands in and scores. Point 6. 6 with 4 points. Here's post 8, Arta. Arta on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote, forehand save by Benny. Ball tipped, point 6. The game is locked. Benny has 6 points. Jairo has 5. The game cannot be played beyond 7 points. Benny serves to Jairo for the game. Excellent catch by Jairo. Low, hard backhand caught by Benny. Low, hard backhand by Benny caught by Jairo. Here's the backhand by Jairo. Jairo makes the catch. Hard to the inside. Benny. Great catch. Backhand from the 12. Rebote. Rebote forehand. Caught by Benny. Jairo reaches out to make the catch. Powerful forehand. Benny looks for the rebote. The diving save comes. The big bounce. Stopped by Jairo at the 11 line. Rebote forehand by Jairo. Does not pass. Here's Benny. Forehand. Low and hard. Scoop by Jairo. An excellent point played by both Jairo and Benny. Point in game, post 4, Jairo. No playoff here, 6 places, 3 shows. Unofficial order finish, 4-6-3. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 4 official. Coming in first, post 4, Jairo. Taking second, post 6, Benny. Coming in third, post 3, Manny. $2 Quinella, 4-6, 33.80. The trifecta, 4-6-3, 430, 480. $2 wager on 4 to win, $4.60. Pick 3, 814, 3 of 3 numbers returning 74.80. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 5, a spectacular 7 doubles match. The first of our 2 feature doubles matches. Played 2 7 points, points doubling after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 5, and post time is now just less than 7 minutes away. Good luck. Powerful backhand by Manu. Benny sends it deep. Rebote coming out. Outside placement of the forehand. Rebote perfectly executed. Backhand by Nicholas, the low runner to the inside. What a scoop by Ben. Sherry, 2-all. That scores. Alex on the forehand. Outside placement will score. Well thrown. Fine. Rebote by Gaucheri. Inaki cuts it off. Costi inside. Scoop by Ben. That's beautifully played. Powerful forehand by Julin. Rebote, saved by Goanaga. Douglas attacks. Costello 2-all perfectly executed and scoring. Lalu powerfully from the left side. Aratz on the backhand. Beautiful scoop by Aratz. Rotate forehand. Urrutia from the 7 to the outside, scooped up by Iturbide. Beautifully caught the drop shot. Scores on the second bounce. Sherry on the rebote. Nicholas chooses the rebote. Little clip to the outside it goes, but Sherry's calling for it. Makes the rebote for the big bounce. What a grab by Nicholas. A blind backhand. What a catch down low by Manu. Outside placement by Manu is stopped on the forehand of Iturbide. Manu runs up, makes the catch, flips it up. It's in play. Nice save by Urrutia. Manu's there. Backhand by Manu. What a catch by Lalu. Manu on the catch. Backhand. Blasted to the inside. Oh my goodness. What a catch by Urrutia.
And folks, that top 10, first part of our season here at Magic City, will take us about 2 minutes from the start of game number 5, the feature doubles games. And Noel asking, making a comment and observation that would be really good to maybe strap on a GoPro or a camera to a player's helmet. I know they've done that for some content on the TikTok and on Instagram. They've done some stuff with that, but never a full match. Yeah, that's something that people have asked about. Also, but talked about players getting mic'd up too. Yeah.
GoPro, I saw that. Yeah, unfortunately, their head
Please
moves
do.
so much. I've seen it both on the Cesta and on the helmet, and there's so much movement, it's kind of hard to keep straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just not a good product.
Goiko's done it, Sonny's done it, a number of people have done it. It's just, you can't really, you start getting motion sickness watching it. Mic'd up,
Yeah, it's unlike, if you put it to a quarterback's helmet, you can see their eyes and their head snapping a different direction. Here in highlight, players are, as the ball's coming in, they're like twisting and moving. Yeah, I could imagine that wouldn't be the best. And get you awfully motion sick, too.
Time to begin game number 5. It is a spectacular 7 doubles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts, post 1. Urrutia and Cabrera receiving in blue, post 2. Alex and Julian. There's the serve. We begin. Rebote, left side. Urrutia looks for the rebote, puts it inside. Here's Julian. Backhand from the 10. Point 2. Julian now served to the white shirts, post 3. Iturbide and Gallo. Point 2. Two at 2 points. Green shirts, post 4. Hyro and Manu receive. Just catch by Hyro. Forehand straight back. Julian is there. Forehand to the inside. Hyro now on the backhand. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Point 4. Black shirts post 5. Go Sherry and Ben receive. So, Mr. Myers, the way the program's designed is that some of the weaker players, and they play games 1, 2, and 3. Middle game is a singles game, game 4. As far as pairings in both the early doubles and late doubles, the partners do not change. We pair partners together for an entire season. However, the post positions are randomized, computer randomized. Here's a catch by Ben. Backhand to Manu. Ben from the 12 line over the top. Manu. Yes, to the inside, point 5. Yellow shirts opposed 6. Lalu and Rotz receive. Here's the backhand by Rotz. Rotz on the catch, backhand to the inside. Ball hit the overhead screen, which is out of play, point 6. Receiving, pink shirts, post 7. Iñaki and Unda. David Howard, no superfecta. We're not going to have a 9-point game for time purposes. Also, the 10-cent super is not played as widely here at Magic City as it is played at other frontons. Point 7. Or fronton. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirts, post 8. Goanaga and Nicholas. So when you reach a point of diminished returns in pools, we can't justify the time of a 9-point game. So that's the reason why there's no superfectas. As far as late daily, we had a late daily, and there was no action in it, no action to justify keeping the pool. So we have the 1 daily double, 2 pick 3s, which do pretty good, and our 1 jackpot wager, the high 5. There's a backhand by Unda, caught by Nicholas. Big backhand by Unda, stays on the wall, out to the rebote. Unda, Karam. That's wide. Point 8. Completes the first round of play. Matchups worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, the red of post 1, Urrutia and Cabrera. There's a backhand by Nicholas. Urrutia at the sidewall. Backhand stays inside, and Nicholas is there. Powerful backhand follows. Cabrera from the 11. Cabrera again from the 11 to the inside. Excellent catch by Nicholas, made deep in the backcourt. Robote dropping, saved by Urrutia. Big bounce. Brought in by Nicholas at the 11 line. Robote forehand by Urrutia. This one caught by Nicholas. Urrutia calls for it, saves the Robote back at the 11 line. Cabrera's there. Robote forehand by Urrutia. This one cut off by Goanaga. Cabrera on the catch. Robote forehand. Goes straight back, taken on the forehand of Nicholas. Cabrera, backhand from the 12. Robote right up the middle. Goanaga's on it. To the inside it goes. Cabrera off the sidewall. Low, hard backhand. Nicholas is there. Point 8. Receiving the white shirts of post 3, Iturbide and Gallo. Robote saved by Iturbide. Goanaga inside. Scoop attempt, tip, point 8. A team has 5 points. Possible game point for Goanaga and Nicholas. Trying to stop them are Alex and Julian. Beautiful pickup by Nicholas. Robote forehand. Alex calls for it, plays the Robote inside, caught in the air by Goanaga. Goanaga hard to the inside. Julian saves the Robote. Goanaga takes it on the forehand midcourt. Low hard return, caught in the air by Alex. Beautiful backhand by Alex. Caught and returned by Nicholas. Alex on the forehand from the 9. Cortada. Stopped by Nicholas. Alex makes the catch to the 9 line. Hard throw to the inside. Nicholas is there. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Hard play by all 4 players. Point 2. 2 with 4 points. Here's post 4, Jairo and Manu. Rotate forehand just above the pad. Jairo moves up. Point 4. For 3 points, here's post 5. Go Sherry and Ben. Thank you for the compliment, Michelle. We agree. Rotate forehand by Go Sherry. Sherry cross court. There's the backhand. Point 4. Possible game point for the green shirts of post 4. That's Jairo and Manu. Trying to stop them, Lalu and Aratz. Powerful backhand by Manu. Robote coming out. Swing and a miss. Point in game. Post 4. Jairo and Manu. No playoff here. 8 places, 2 shows. Unofficial order finish 4-8-2. Your price will be up in a moment. Results from Game 5 are official. Coming in first, post 4. Jairo and Manu. Taking second, post 8. Goenaga and Nicholas. Coming in third. Post 2, Alex and Julian. We'll have your prices up in just a moment. 2-hour Quinella 4-8, $29.80. Trifecta 4-8-2, $2.45 even. $2 wager on 4 to win, $11. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 6th game. Spectacular 7th singles match. One of our 2 feature singles games. Top singles players playing against each other for top honors to be awarded at the end of the season. No scratches in Game 6. Game 6 does begin the late pick 3 post time for Game 6. 7 minutes, 6 minutes. Good luck. Let us see what is going on here in the chat. Someone smashed their laptop. Don't do that. See, Andrew, it's rare that I ask this, but do you have a subject you'd like to talk about that you'd like to share with the class?
No, I really don't have anything on my mind.
That's not possible.
Well, I do, but I don't think the people care. I should have. There was a qualifier.
They're your friends.
No, not
your
these
close
people
friends.
in the chat.
I'm sure they care.
No, they don't care.
Would I care?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was.
So now's your chance to come up with something interesting to talk about.
Well, I have a few things on my mind. Number 1, stats. I'm looking at stats. I've been looking through the stats for Battle Court. So I'm actually eager to break that out today. That's what I'm preoccupied with.
Okay.
And then, fantasy football, I'm thinking about making some trades. And then I'm thinking about this weekend. So that's the stuff that people don't
Well, I'll be honest with you.
care
It's like I give myself a bad rap on poo-pooing stats.
No,
I mean, I do believe I do find stats on the whole generally interesting. In highlight, I find them to be a little bit more complex. I guess the best way to put it. Yeah, fantasy football. Yeah.
But it just enhances the broadcast. So through the first 2 weeks of Battle Court, we haven't had the stats, and they've only played one game. There's not anything glaring in it. But now they played 2 or 3 games. You can kind of see some trends. You can see some stuff. So that's what I've been looking through, and that's kind of what's been the focus of today, really the first part of the day.
What's sticking out to you?
Well, I'm just looking at where players rank, like at the moment. Just like who's the top 5 in every category, who's catching the best, who's throwing the most 2-walls, drop shots, all different types of shots. So just looking at basically every shot category in the catching.
Any surprises?
Nothing so far is glaring. You kind of see the same players and groups
How about
of players
the new
at the
guys?
top. Yeah, the new players, I'd say.
How are they doing?
The catching stats, again, are a little bit down at the beginning just because they're
Etcheberry's definitely
getting used to the court, and then the shot stats are also a little bit down. It's one thing with Lalu, and it's a good example. You bring him up. You look at the stats last year, and you look through shot stats, and he's kind of towards the bottom at everything. And then you go towards the catching, and he's like the bottom third of the roster, and you're like, well, how did this guy win so much? Like, what was he able to do? And you look at his serve. Well, he's got one of the best serves, but you can just kind of see the whole story from there. Yeah, here's a guy who doesn't throw a lot of shots. He may be a more right side dominant player, doesn't throw a lot of costados, but if he wins, he must have a lot of power. He must do the little things right. So there's a story, with every player.
Within the stats.
And then like a guy like Zuleika who throws a lot of shots, you can see, well, maybe if I throw a lot of 2-walls, maybe the drop shots are open. Maybe you can throw more filos. It's very interesting. And when you get it for the first time, like the first time I get the stats every season is one of the most critical days. It's just interesting to see how players start off the year.
That's absolutely fascinating. It really is.
So, we'll see. And I know a lot of times it can get confusing when you don't see the stats. So you watch an NFL game, they'll throw stats up on the screen. 8 receptions, 60 yards. You hear me talk, and it could get, it may not make a whole lot of sense. But we're trying to get that for you guys and trying to make it a little bit easier for the folks at home to digest too. So you may see some stat-related stuff on the Battle Court broadcast in the near future.
I heard something about that, but they keep a lot from me. Like, for instance, they didn't say anything about canceling the after the what's its name?
Well, I don't think they needed to consult you.
They don't have to
cancel the after.
They really don't have to.
All right.
But I will say this: if I'm missing in our next location, good luck trying to find me. Here, you can't really hide. But man, do I know some good hiding places in that other place.
We'll talk. Yeah. Joseph was posting about if a designated sub for each game, someone gets hurt. Oh, sorry. I didn't see Michelle's question. You were answering that. Yes. I assume you're asking about Pelota specifically here. You can see when you get to the doubles games, there's 2 subs listed, and usually the first one front court and the second one back quarter. So like game 5, you see Etcheberry and Benny is the other sub. So.
Oh, goody. Ernesto's here.
Just in time for game number 6. And I should note, some late singles standings now. We do have a tie at the top. First place, Goshieri and Inaki are tied with 9 wins. Alex is in solo third place with 8 wins, and then Aruti is next closest with 7. So I don't think we've ever had a late singles competition this close with only about 17 performances left in the year. So we'll see what happens here. Game number 6 beginning now.
Time to begin our 6th game. It is a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, Iñaki. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Aratz. There's the serve. We begin. Rebote forehand by Iñaki. Forehand to the inside will score. 1-1. Now bring to the court the white shirt of post 3, Iturbide. Wally reacts. Hi, chat. Announcer's booth reacts. Hi, Wally. There's a backhand by Iturbide. Costi inside scores for Iturbide, 0.3. Green shirt at post 4, here's Douglas. Always happy to know where you are, Ernesto, and congratulations. Hope that you're enjoying your time down in the Turks and Caicos. There's the backhand by Douglas. Did you move, or is this a vacation? Rebote forehand by Douglas. Cut off by Iturbide. Filo Rebote scores for Douglas, 0.4. Receiving in the black shirt at post 5, Gaucheri. Watching highlight on a cruise, that sounds lovely. Backhand by Gaucheri. Douglas makes the catch. Douglas to the inside, Gaucheri. What a catch. There's the backhand. Rebote by Douglas to the inside. What a catch again by Gaucheri. Powerful backhand. Inside placement scores 0.5. Yellow shirt at post 6. Manu receives. Here's the backhand by Gaucheri. Powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. Outside placement by Manu. Red and stopped by Gaucheri. 0.5. 5 with 2 points. Here's post 7 in the pink shirt. Alex. While he reacts, I came over from handball to highlight. Love the sport. Glad you enjoy. Hope you enjoy both, but definitely glad to hear you're enjoying highlight. We play this form, which is Quinellas highlight. Tuesdays and Thursdays and at 1 p.m. and then Battle Court 5 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Gaucheri on the catch, backhand from the 9 line. Filo Rebote scores 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirt at post 8. Urrutia. Rebote, low and inside. Alex is there. Alex back to the inside. That scores. Seven with 2 points, serving the 2 post. Arat. Beautiful catch by Arat. Point 7. Second with 4 points. Here's post 1, Iñaki. Iñaki on the backhand from the 8 line. What a scoop by Alex on the forehand. 2-all by Iñaki, opens wide and scores. That's a beautiful shot, point 1. Wide at post 3, Iturbide receives. Rotate left side. Catch by Iñaki. Point 1. Possible game point. Red shirt, post 1, Iñaki trying to stop him. Douglas. Backhand by Douglas, hard throw to the inside. Robote forehand. Iñaki from the 9 line. Two-all lands in to score. Point 4. Play continues. 4 on the board, 3 points. Here's post 6, Manu. Backhand 2-all, stopped by Douglas. Gets it off clean. What a catch by Manu. There's the backhand to the outside. Douglas takes it in the air. Soft 2-all, read by Manu. He's got on the Costado. Costado 2-all, opens and scores. Point 6. Black at post 5, goes Sherry receives. Over serve, point 5. 5 with 4 points, serving to Arrutia, purple at post 8. Ball tipped by Arrutia. Point 5. Possible game point, black shirt at post 5. Gusheri trying to stop him. Arat. Here's a backhand by Rotz. Robote by goes Sherry to the inside. Rotz takes it in the air. Ball tipped. Point in game, post 5. Go Sherry. No playoff here. 1 places, 7 shows. 5-1-7, unofficial order of finish. Winning game 6, post 5. Gosheri taking second, post 1. Iñaki coming in third, post 7. Alex, 5-1-7. Official order finish for our 6th game. $2 Quinella 1-5, 26-20. Trifecta 5-1-7, 243.60. Cello wager on 5 to win, $4.20. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 7th game. A spectacular 7. Doubles match, play to 7 points, with points doubling after the first round of play. Game 7 will close out the high 5 for today. There are no scratches in Game 7, and post time is now just 7 minutes away. Good luck. Yeah. Yeah. One high 5 alive, number 7.
So who's the 7? Goanaga Nicholas. Well, one person with a chance at the full 2,000 if 7 wins Game 7. We'll see in just a few moments. In the meantime, enjoy this top 10. Robote forehand, backing up, because Sherry scooped it. Low runner. There's Alex. Alex, 2-wall. Wow, what a shot there.
Here's a Rotz on the backhand to the inside. Robote. Robote forehand, powerfully thrown. Costello 2-all. Lands in. Manu, one-handed grab. Here's the backhand. Beautiful catch by Manu. Kusheri's 2-all, in and scoring, point 7. Opportunity to talk with him, and was actually in an interview with him about 3 years ago. Costado 2-all Robote. There's a backhand by Arta. Robote, forehand. Arta on the catch. Costado, 2-all, lands in and scores. Backhand by Rotz. Gonaga takes that on the bounce. Cosado scores. Here's the backhand by Iñaki. What a catch by Julian overhead. Cosalo 2-all is perfect. There's the backhand by Douglas. Robote. Forehand by Alex. Douglas advances, makes the catch. The 2-all is in and scores.
Side, backhand in the corner. Robote again, this time to the outside, not outside enough. Iturbide fires it back in. A tough scoop made there by Nicholas. Iturbide, 2-all this time, that's perfect.
Here's the backhand by Gauchetti. Powerful forehand by Gauchetti. Arrutia for the rebote. It's a 2-all. It lands in and scores.
And folks, that top 10 will take us about a minute from the start of game number 7. And that high 5 you see up there, once again, if the 7 wins this game, someone's taking home $2,000. Steve M., I've heard about, it's called padel. People say paddle or padel. I don't know if as in America, if I should, what I should say, but that is very popular. My girlfriend has been trying to get me to go out there, but as a highlight purist, this is the only walled court that I step into.
And we appreciate that.
Thank you.
We appreciate that loyalty.
But I've heard that it's kind of similar. Like you could play the ball, you know, it could go off the back wall and you could hit it forward. So there's some crossovers to highlight. We've got game number 7 though. Let's begin.
Time to begin our 7th game, spectacular 7th scoring. Serving, red shirts at post 1, Etcheberry and Benny. Receiving, blue at post 2, Benetrix and Douglas. Etcheberry serves, we begin. In and out of the cesta it goes, point 2.
That's definitely it.
White shirt at post 3, Alex and Julian. Scoop. High on the left side of Douglas. There's the backhand. Benetrix, backhand. Robote coming out. Douglas from the 10 line, backhand to the inside. Robote dropping is saved by Benetrix at the sidewall. Robote left side to the inside. Julian with a hop. Forehand from the 10. Benetrix on the Robote. Well read. Robote coming out, dropping. Saved by Alex. Benetrix now from the 4 line. Light touch. Will score. Well done. Point 2. Two points for the 2 post. Receiving. Green shirts, post 4. Urrutia and Cabrera. Catch on the forehand of Benetrix. Powerful forehand. Urrutia calls to the Robote. Oh. Point 4. Black shirts, post 5, receive. Lalu and Arat. Robote left side by Urrutia. Catch by Cabrera. Yellow shirts, post 6 are receiving. Go Sherry and Ben. Schmel, as the balls age, they don't really get faster. They get faster as they get warmer in play, but then they cool back down, and they're pretty much well the same. An older ball, they usually crack, like the plastic cracks straight through before a ball gets old enough to really have any difference based on age. Point 5. Pink shirts, post 7. Goanaga and Nicholas receive. Powerful backhand by Nicholas. Catch by Rotz. Robote left side. Aratz on the forehand. Sidearm is out. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirts of post 8, Iñaki and Unda. Big backhand by Unda, catch by Nicholas. Unda, beautiful catch behind the 12 line. Rebote left side by Iñaki. Rebote hooked, point 8. Receiving, red shirts at post 1, Etcheberry and Benny. Here's the backhand by Unda. Inaki calls for the bote. He makes that save. Etcheberry to the outside. Ball in it out. Point 8. Eight with 3 points, serving to the 3 post, Alex and Julian. There's a backhand by Unda, caught by Alex. Alex powerfully from the left side. Unda is there. Another big backhand by Unda. Rebote coming out. Point 3. Three on the board with 2 points, serving to post 2. Benetrix and Douglas. Catch by Douglas. There's the backhand. Douglas on the forehand. Alex from the 8. Benetrix comes powerfully from the forehand. Rebote by Alex. Caught by Benetrix. Backhand by Benetrix. Wall to wall from the left side. Douglas on the catch. Backhand. Hard to the inside. Alex. Fine catch at the 9. Julian scoops it up at the 13. Point 3. Three with 4 points, serving to the 4 post. Urrutia and Cabrera. It's backhand by Julian. Point 4. 3 points for the 4 post. Gaucheri and Ben receive. Sherry picks the serve. Philo scores. Six serves to post 5. Lalu and Rotz. Robote left side by Rotz, caught by Gaucheri. 2-all by Gaucheri. Is in and scores.
Norge called it in.
6 was 4 points. Here's post 7. Nicholas on the backhand. Robote left side. Gonaga. Robote inside. Ben's there. Backhand from the 11. Gonaga makes the catch. Costado. That scores. 0.7. 7 with 3 points. Here's post 1. Etcheberry and Benny. Nicholas, beautiful catch there by the 12 line. Etcheberry, backhand. Scoop, tip, 0.7. Five points and a possible game point for the pink shirts of post 7. Gonaga, Nicholas trying to stop them. Iñaki and Unda. Big left side by Unda, Robote. Unda from the right side. High and hard to the front wall, Robote coming out. Naki calls for the Robote, makes the save, big bounce to the inside, brought down by Nicholas. Ball tipped in the backcourt, that is point and game, and the high five for post 7. Gonaga and Nicholas. 3 will now serve to 6. This is place and show point. Alex on the catch, powerful forehand. Rotate by Gaucheri to the inside. Sherry on the run, down low. Catch by Alex. Powerful costado to the inside. What a catch by Ben. Beautifully played. Alex at the 8. Scoop by Gauchetti. Rebote saved by Alex. Gauchetti saves the rebote. High bounce. Julian has it at the 10 line. Low and hard to the inside. Ben is there. Great catch. Split placement. Gauchetti calls for it. Makes the save. Placement to the inside. Julian at the side wall. The floater. Gauchetti from the costado. Costado 2-all. Lands in and scores. 6 places, 3 shows. Unofficial order finish 7-6-3. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from our 7th game are now official. Coming in first, post 7. Goenaga and Nicholas taking second, post 6. Gauchetti and Ben coming in third, post 3. Alex and Julian. Taylor Canella 6-7, 33-60. The trifecta 6-7, 6-3, 5-32 even. Charlie wager on 7 to win 760. And my, oh my, look at that high five. 1-4-4-5-7. 5 of 5 numbers, 1 ticket, taking home $2,000. On the 3rd day of Quinellas, Andrew. 3 days, and they hit the high five.
They're getting good, huh? Oh, they've been good.
3 days, they hit the high five. Congratulations. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, our 8th and final game in advance of Battle Court, which will begin at 5 p.m. when the Cyclones take on the Devils. Game 8, play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. No scratches in our 8th game. Part of our feature singles championship here at Magic City. Post time. About 6 minutes. Good luck.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. I sell ice cream, rather sell a CD.
I have a security company, a beauty salon.
I've been doing music for a very long time.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play highlights.
We're looking to transition from dog racing to highlight. I went to the university and said, listen, I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
If you're going to come into this sport, you got to be dedicated. You're going to be a piece of cake.
We knew going in, they're not going to be great the first day.
We'll be like the Jamaicans with the bobsled team. Game time now, man.
This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I got to win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And folks, that was a trailer for the award-winning documentary about the inaugural season of play right here at Magic City. That is called Magic City Hustle, directed by Billy Corbin, the creator of Cocaine Cowboys, Screwball to You, and much more. This film highlights the transition of these Magic City athletes from their respective careers in other sports right here to the highlight front on. You can watch Magic City Hustle directly from Google Play or iTunes, rent or buy from either platform. And if you buy it for just a few dollars more, you can enjoy it as many times as you like for life. And that takes us down here about 3 minutes from the start of Game 8. Stu mentioned Battle Court tonight, Cyclones and Devils. We'll begin with Division 5 doubles. Hyro and Stan take on Benetrix and Rock. Then Inaki and Manu go up against Echeverry and Nicholas, followed by Stan and Robin against Kubala and Rock. Then over to Division 3 doubles, we'll see Inaki and Unda against Benetrix and Benny. And 2 singles matches to close out the day. First, you'll see Hyro against Echeverry, and then Manu against Nicholas. Those will be the 6 matches in order tonight when the Cyclones take on the Devils. And through our first 2 or 3 game days for every team played, Devils are the only team without a point. 0 wins, 2 losses, no ties in their first 2 game days. Cyclones 1-1-1. 1 win, 1 tie, 1 loss in their 3 game days played. Got to remember, was it last year where the Devils, they started off really slow and then lost Hyro, still managed to make it to the playoffs. So a lot to be decided here in the fall 25 season. 15 full game days makes up the regular season. They only played, what, 2 or 3, so less than 20% of the way there, most of the teams. Yeah, last year the Devils, through their first 6 game days, had 1 win, 3 ties, and 2 losses. So, again, not unfamiliar territory. Some key pieces brought back to that Devils team. Hoping to go a little further than last year. Lost in the semifinals. And how about the Cyclones? Have not made the playoffs since we've gone to 6 teams in Battle Court. They got a strong case this year. And a really good roster.
That they do.
So join us for Battle Court. That's at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Just about an hour from when we depart.
Depart? Where are we going? I mean, I'm not going anywhere. Are you?
No, I'll be here. Yeah, I guess.
You used to occasionally go get me something to eat, which was nice. You were nice back then.
No, you see this figure, Stu. I mean, it doesn't come from eating, fries and a couple mango pineapple smoothies every afternoon.
No, I will say this, that Andrew has definitely came back looking like, yeah. Like,
oh, it stinks.
Like you're at a spa. Time. Let's begin. Time to begin our 8th and final game. It is a spectacular 7 singles match played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Up first and serving, the red shirt of post 1, Arutia. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Gosheri. Here's the catch by Arutia. Backhand to the inside. Gosheri's there. Robote back to the inside. Gosheri at the 10 line. To the outside he goes. Arutia stops it on the forehand. Powerful right side. Scooped up by Gosheri. That 2-all caught the pad. Point 2. Receiving the white of post 3, number 69, Iñaki. Robote to the pad, point 3. Green shirt to post 4. Alex receives. Long Costado 2-all scores. Point 3. Black shirt at post 5. Arats receives. Here's a backhand by Arats. Robote. Robote left side, 2-all. Out. Point 3. Yellow shirt, post 6. Manu receives. Difficult catch by Manu, made behind him. He cracks out the 2-all from deep in the backcourt. Inside placement scores. Point 3. 4 points for the 3 post, receiving Pinka post 7, Nicholas. There's a backhand by Nicholas. Two all opens and scores. Well thrown by Nicholas, point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive purple shirt at post 8, Douglas. Backhand by Douglas. Rotate forehand by Nicholas. Low and inside. Douglas reaches in. Powerful backhand. Cut off by Nicholas. Nicholas with the 2-all. Douglas gets out there. Point 8. Arutia receives. Red at post 1. Scoop attempt tipped. Point 8. Eight with 3 points, serving to post 2, Gaucheri. Here's a backhand by Gaucheri. Powerful throw. Robote. Forehand by Douglas. 2 pass. Douglas on the catch. Costi inside. What a catch by Gaucheri. Powerful backhand. Wall to wall. Douglas on the Robote. Hard to the inside. Gaucheri chasing this one down. What a great Robote save. Douglas all the way up to the 3 line. Going for that placement. Lands out. Point 2. Two with 3 points. Here's post 4. Alex. Costello 2-all scores for Gaucheri, point 2. 5 points and a possible game point for Gaucheri in the blue post 2. Trying to stop him, Arats. Arats on the catch. Got him, 0.5. Five with 2 points. Here's post 6. Manu. Arats on the catch, backhand to the inside, passing. Robote forehand, hits the overhead screen, 0.5. 4 points for the 5 post. Returning with 4 points is Iñaki. There's the backhand by Iñaki. Arats is there. 2-all by Iñaki. Beautifully turned and scoring. Possible game point for Iñaki. White shirt at post 3, trying to stop him. Nicholas. Robote forehand. 2 pass. Iñaki on the catch. Point and game. White shirt of post 3, Iñaki. No playoff here. 2 places, 5 shows. Unofficial order finish 3-2-5. Results from Game 8. Our official is posted. Coming in first, post 3, Iñaki. Taking second, post 2, goes Sherry. Coming in third, post 5, Arats. 3-2-5. The official order finished for our 8th game. So the high 5 got hit on day 3, huh? Did you call Scott? I don't want to.
No.
No, you call him.
That might actually be better.
What?
I'll call him.
Oh, you do have to call him?
Okay. I'll let you.
Yeah, just also mention with whatever you have to say that the high 5 was hit. We're happy for you guys that the high 5 was hit, but we like there to be, like, you know, $1,400 in there, $1,500 in there, accumulation. We'd like you to have a real big jackpot, but you guys are too good at handicapping it. We're just waiting for the prices and killing time in between. It's a battle court, huh?
I'm going to have just about an hour still.
Yep. Waiting for the prices to go up for game number 8. You know why it says hold all tickets? Andrew, did we ever go over this?
I think we have.
Would have been a long time ago.
Yeah, it would have been.
It says hold all tickets because in the old days when people had tickets and they were staying there, they have a habit of throwing good tickets away. And so we do everything we can to remind people to check your tickets. You know, you want to check those tickets before you cast them off.
If you just totally shred one and it turns up to be a winner, like, can you go up with 15 pieces and say, look, can you scan it? Like,
and tape it back together and they can punch in the number manually?
Okay.
I believe that they can, as long as the entirety of the ticket's there. Yeah, absolutely. Because it doesn't benefit anybody because the track doesn't get, believe it or not, it's called an outs book. And the track has to keep outs book, and then the state, and there's sometimes a split with the players or something like that. Okie dokie, $2 Quinella, 2-3. $21. You wouldn't believe how many good tickets people throw away. It's a big number. $2 trifecta, especially a horse track. 325, 361.80. $2 wager on 3 to win, $18.20. And Our pick 3, our second and final pick 3. 5, 7, 3, 2 of 3 numbers returning 3660. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Tuesday afternoon performance of Live Highline in the Magic City on the Highline channel. We are glad that you chose to join us today and invite you to join us again on Thursday, 1:30 p.m. post time. Remember, we play Pelota Tuesdays and Thursdays, all except for October 2nd, I believe it is. Now through November. Battle Court at 5 p.m. Have a good day, everyone.